Hi and welcome back. So, pinof 10, that happened. I'm still very shook. I just don't think that there's ever going to be a time when I'm not shook. Everybody was kind of hyping up pinof 10 and I thought it was just going to be a normal pinof or as normal as those can get. Oh boy, was I wrong. This year really was special. It felt very nostalgic of the first Phil Is Not on Fire in a way. I don't know. Or maybe I'm just like overly sentimental. I'm an overly sentimental person. I'm overly sentimental for this. So in this video, we're gonna go through all of my favorite moments of this year's Phil Is Not on Fire. Phil Is Not on Fire 10. The big one. The big boy. The daddy. I'm never saying that ever again. Let's start off at the beginning, shall we? Shall? I'm so articulate. First of all, before you watch a single second of that video, let's just appreciate the thumbnail. Every year they just get more and more beautiful, and I don't really think that's fair, you know? You're only allowed one glow up per lifetime, and they've had like 18, so like, where's my glow up? Okay, we're actually gonna start now. Okay, so not even a minute into the video, this happens. Do I really need to explain this one to you? It's pretty self-explanatory. Dan looks so soft and squishy. And dead inside. Also, is this not a glow up from last year? Again with the glow ups. Secondly, Phil attacked Dan with a Sharpie. Phil also punched Dan. This was also abuse. He actually hit Dan really hard. I was not expecting that. He saw an opportunity to get rid of his stalker and he really went for it. He didn't succeed, but he tried. Why did Dan act so surprised when Phil hit him? He was literally like, "Hey Phil, punch me." What did you think was gonna happen? To be honest, I would pay Phil to punch me. Third, I swear they choose the weirdest positions to answer these questions in. They could have chosen any sitting position in the entire world, yet they chose that.
Oh no, stop it.
That poor plant will never recover from that experience. Number 5.
By strapping forks to your genitals. I don't know.
I mean,
it's not. It's true.
Don't try that.
I really hate to say this, but he's not wrong. Number 6. I have a cold pickle on my nips. Quotes from Dan. That pickle gives me Furby vibes. You guys know what Furbies are, right? Those like creepy ass animal doll things that would move around at night of their own accord. I just feel like at 3 in the morning that pickle is going to randomly start yodeling. Maybe that's just me though. Number 7. Dan flipped the Ribena bottle on his ass. Or he tried to. I mean, neither of them even tried that hard. They just lifted their asses slightly. Phil did do a bit better than Dan. No offense, Dan. You're just not suitable for Ribena ass flipping. Don't define that in your head. Number 8. Dan pulled out Phil's stray hair in a very aggressive manner, might I add. Look at that domestication. Hey, Dan, if you're watching this, I'm willing to offer you my life savings and my college fund for that stray hair you pulled out of Phil's head. This sums up for a grand total of $11.03 in American currency, which is quite the bargain, if I do say so myself. I mean, what are you gonna do with that hair, Dan? You don't need it. I do. Number 9. A magical sex stick. Another quote from Dan. That could easily be interpreted as something else. I'm gonna leave that to your imagination.
What would Satan think of this video? He would be so proud.
Hell yeah, he would. Well, we all know that Satan approves of denful crafts. 11. Look, Dan, you're not allowed to make fun of that photo. It is beautiful and pure, and we all know you were the first person to validate it. Number 12? This is one Voldemort that I would not bang. You really had to say that, didn't you? You really had to go and reference the first pinof, didn't you? Can you imagine being so rich that you could yeet your $1,000 iPhone at the wall without an ounce of hesitation? Can't relate.
How do you pronounce ooh-woo?
Can you believe that this man stole all of my ooh-woos? Ow! Oh no! Oh no! God damn it. I just dropped all of my ooh-woos on the floor. Now I gotta pick them all up. The only one I've got is a small rubber one in the bathroom. That just gets more and more horrifying every time I watch it. Also, I would like a round of applause for Dan's duck impression. There was a bug in their room, and I don't think I've ever wanted to be a bug more in my life. Is this concerning? Probably. How did they even fit in that tub? They're so tall.
Oh, the things he's seen.
You know what that poor duck needs? Holy water.
Go undercover as a Stan account.
Joke's on you. I've been a Phil Stan account for the last 10 years.
We need to stop treating Stan accounts like celebrities. Dan started off as a humble Phil Stan account just like the rest of us. And then he got a few notices and he started getting really obsessed with Phil and started stalking him. And people were encouraging this behavior. People were even making fan accounts for him. Overall, I just think that he's an egotistical, arrogant psychopath. Just remember, Dan, you're not any better than the rest of us, and Phil can get that restraining order back on you anytime he wants. So tread carefully. Please don't go back to the Dark Ages. We've come so far. Also, why do they still have that strainer?
Dan, how do you feel about Nick Jonas being married now?
Dick is over.
I can't decide if I love it or if I hate it. Do you guys remember when Phil said he wouldn't drop the fringe because it was part of his amazing Phil branding, and when Dan used to make fun of his curly hair? We love character development. Number 21? That is pure talent. I would pay to see that in real life. Where do I buy the tour tickets?
I think you could say this is the most fun I've ever had.
Oh, look what you did!
Stop! They really had to add that bit at the end. You know what? This was the most fun I've ever had too. Let's just wrap this up before I get really emotional and before I run out of iPhone storage. So, have a wonderful day and goodbye.